So recently, myself, Charlie and Gemma, 3 students at Lancaster University in the UK, took a geography field course to New York City. We borrowed a wheelchair off one of our disabled friends and we decided to navigate the subway and the city to see how difficult it would be to get around. Here's our experience. So we're just about to head out on our subway accessibility day. I'm not really sure what to expect. Yesterday we went on the subway with one of our friends who's disabled, so we didn't do it alone, but today we're fully alone, just the 3 of us, so I'm not really sure what to expect. I think it'll be quite difficult, and it'll be interesting to see people's reactions too. So we just got out of the hotel. That was really nice that the guy helped me, otherwise I'm not sure I'd be able to get out the doors because the button's quite high. So we're about to go to Times Square, so we'll see how that goes down. Times Square. Luckily I've got Charlie to push me because my arms were quite tired after the first few minutes. It is quite stressful because there's quite a lot of people around and the curbs aren't that low, but it's going so far so good, and some of the places are quite steep, and as a result we've had to go to different curbs, so it's interesting to see that. Times Square, the main subway station doesn't have an elevator, so we're having to go down to 42nd and 8th, which is down here, and the pavement is quite sloped, so it's difficult for me to control the wheelchair because I'm quite a novice at it at the moment, so Charlie's having to push me. Hopefully we'll find the elevator down here, but this is quite a stressful experience because there's a lot of people around. Down into the subway station, we found the ramp at 42nd Street, but it was quite steep, so my hands hurt quite a lot now. I've got like kind of burns on them because it was quite steep and there was a lot of people that were coming up it. We're just waiting now for the subway car, and it looks like it's going to be quite a steep step, so not looking forward to getting on to that, but we'll see how it goes. Train on the subway car and realised we're not going to stop at 59, and 50th, where we're going to get off, is not accessible the way we're going, so we're going to have to get on at 53rd Lexington Avenue, and it's quite helpful because they've got like a little disabled sign on the thing, and I'm moving now as we're going a bit quicker, so this is a bit scary, even though I've got the brakes on. So we're going to have to get off at Lexington because we can't get off where we wanted to get off because it's only accessible one way. Made it. We got off at Lexington Avenue, 53rd Street. It was quite a journey through the station. We had to take 2 elevators, and it was quite horrible because there was like in some of the elevators where like police want to relieve themselves in there, so they stink, and I'm like I'm putting the wheels over it and then my hands are going near the wheels, so it's pretty unhygienic. But luckily we made it out. It was quite difficult to find the way out. A man helped us and told us where to go, otherwise I don't think we would have made it out. There's definitely a lot of people that use the elevators and the ramps as well that I've noticed, but I'm just glad that we had a successful journey to 53rd Street and Lexington Avenue. So as you can see, the situation in New York is pretty bad. We planned out that trip based on the stations that are accessible. That's not representative of everyday life, where people don't have a choice of where they're going. Say if they're commuting from home to work, they don't have a choice of which stations they can use, and they can't just get off at any random station. The main thing that we'd say is that elevators need to be universal across the whole system, but if this isn't possible then ramps are a good alternative. Also, the curb cuts in the city really need to be maintained because the state of some of them were awful.